All right, more news tonight. Not only did a jury find Howard Hawk Willis guilty of murdering Samantha and Adam Chrismer in 2002, prosecutors said the man also dismembered the teens' bodies and he put them in a plastic container at a storage facility in Johnson City's downtown. Well, it's a case many will never forget. 14 years later, he continues to claim he didn't do it. Since March, he's called our newsroom at least 24 times. Nate Morbido covered Willis's trial in 2010 and has had several phone conversations with Willis in recent weeks.
As we speak, Josh, Willis is waiting on two separate decisions about his case, one from the Tennessee Supreme Court, the other from the Criminal Court of Appeals here in Tennessee. That second one focuses on evidence Willis says a jury never got to hear. You feel like you have a very good case to prove that you are innocent?
Absolutely.
Now, we previously told you about the 20 issues Willis brought up before the Tennessee Supreme Court regarding his conviction and sentence. The state's top court heard his case in October and has not yet released an opinion. Well, we've since learned the Criminal Court of Appeals heard a request for a new trial based on newly discovered evidence this year. That evidence includes a statement from his now deceased mother, who said she'd set Willis up for any crime she could, and a recorded statement from his ex-wife that he says revealed Willis wasn't with the victims at the time they disappeared. Willis says he deserves a new trial. What do you think the family of those two victims of yours think about this?
I really don't care what they think.
You don't care what they think, even though a jury convicted you of their double murder?
I'm not guilty of that.
Now, during a hearing before the Tennessee Criminal Court of Appeals in January, the state argued there's no basis to say that so-called newly discovered evidence would lead to a different judgment, especially considering Willis previously confessed to the crime and investigators had fingerprint evidence. That three-judge panel has not yet released its decision. Again, neither has the Tennessee Supreme Court.
He's on death row. Has there been an execution date set?
I reached out to the administrative office of the court today. The answer is no. When I checked with them, they told me the reason is because this is still a pending case with the Tennessee Supreme Court.
This is a case that went on for a long time. He was in local jails for a long time. Willis represented himself at trial. He had a lot of issues with a lot of attorneys. Back in February, you did an investigation. You found Willis's case cost taxpayers a lot of money, about $100,000 since 2012, and more than anyone else in Northeast Tennessee. Did you bring that up to Howard Hawk Willis? What did he have to say about that?
You know I did. Take a listen to what he told me. Do you think the state can continue to justify your appeals?
They don't have to justify the appeals. It's a right, and they're the ones who's falsified and bullcrapped all this stuff up. The attorneys appointed didn't do their job.
And he went through a lot of attorneys, if you'll remember. Willis is considered indigent, which means since he cannot afford an attorney, the government provides one for him. Again, almost $100,000 in just a matter of a few years.
Funded by the taxpayers. Thank you, Nate. We appreciate the update tonight.